Hello. I look really low in my chair today. Hello, welcome. This is Ryan of Happy, Healthy, Vegan. Doesn't suck being vegan. So this is Friday. Hopefully it's Friday. Yep, I did time it right. Friday. And some of you guys, it actually might be Saturday. That's why I said that. Like people in Asia, like people in Hong Kong and Australia watch our Friday live stream on their Saturday morning. So wherever you are in the world, whatever time it is, welcome. That should be our official greeting. So this is the time we get together and talk about any and all things vegan. So if you're vegan, you want to hang out with some chill, cool people who are evidence-based, you've come to the right place. If you're all right, we already got our first moderator here. Hey, Sarah, late model. Yes, I am dumb. I did miss my premiere for my video on Wednesday. I was just totally caught up in mixing a song. Not the one that just came out today. We'll check that out in a little bit. But what I was gonna say, I remembered I had to do. I usually set little reminders on my watch, like set an alarm or a timer or something like that. And I didn't do it. And I thought I didn't need to, but I just got so wrapped up in the music mixing and production process. Andrew reminded me, I said, oh man, I'm so friggin' stupid. So anyway, your cult leader is dumb. No, I'm not dumb, just dumb. I just when I make music, I kind of tend to get lost, I lose my sense of reality of sorts, it's like I just kind of get so absorbed in the music. Which is good. It's a good thing. It's healthy, I guess. So why would you be banned, AZXV, if you are able to comment? And that goes for anyone. If anyone is able to make a comment, that is proof that you are not banned. If you would like to be banned, we can show you some of the rules that will easily get you banned. Let's just take a look at some of the things that will end up getting you timed out or even banned. It depends what you're doing. First of all, yes, if you can be civil, that's the basic bare minimum requirement. Is don't come, not saying you're doing this. A lot of times people come in here, vegans are such stupid. It's like, no, just if you have a problem with vegans or veganism or me, come and state it, but you don't have to be an asshole or a dick about it. Just come and be civil and chill and maybe we'll talk about it, and also no spamming or trolling. A lot of people just like troll, their favorite political crap or something like that or whatever, nope. And if you're here to debunk veganism, I will just give you one argument, one example that you want to give us here, and we'll have a look at it, a listen to it, and but don't keep giving us new counter examples or try to dodge and evade the questions that I ask. So anyway. Cool. A lot of people have made videos about me. We wouldn't be the first person. So congratulations for being part of the club of people who have made videos about this 57-and-a-half-year-old music producer who spends a little bit of his time spreading the word about veganism to the world. So anyway, good for you. If that made you feel better, awesome. Okay, they're nice videos. Awesome. Green Smoothie Party. Hey, Ryan, I play 2 to 3 hours of basketball daily. Man, you're gonna die. That's a lot. A couple of weeks ago, I started getting palpitations tonight. Turns out I was deficient in taurine, so I supplemented and I'm better now. How old are you, Green Smoothie Party? Because that's a lot of basketball. If you're like my age, and people have done it and do it, but I'm just saying that's a lot. Yeah, I heard that. Yeah, and trigger warning. If you get easily offended by political things, I'm sorry, but a person in politics, RFK Jr., made some stupid comments about autism, like they'll never get girlfriends, there's no adult autism people, just stupidly ignorant stuff and offensive stuff too. And I apologize for all you Americans and Canadians and such that had to hear that. It's just stupid, and I'm sure it's been debunked a billion times by people on social media. So anyway, yeah, Peter, I know you have autism. As somebody with autism, yeah, seriously, what the hell? It just shows you what, you can never have jobs. People with autism can't have jobs. I mean, how stupid. Right now on Survivor, there's a young lady, she's in college or graduate school, and she's working on her PhD in some tech field. She has autism, she's able to get a lot of shit done, so I mean, that just should, if you didn't know anything like RFK Jr., if you just got to watch some basic reality TV and you'll see people with autism can accomplish all sorts of things. Yeah, Metalhead too, autism and has a job. he's going to beat autism by the fall, a campaign to snuff out autism. Yeah, it's not like that. It's not like a virus or a cold or whatever disease or something like that. You just have it, and there's really not really too much can do about it. Just you live with it, and it's cool. You know, autistic people are awesome. Like, what's wrong with having autism? AZVX. Oh, that's why you're here. You asked, do you need to donate in order for me to react to a short video on live? No, just don't donate. I'm not going to react to a video right now or anything. So that's not what I have, like plans, things I want to do today. And I'm reacting to some random video that was made about me. I have no idea what you're saying, if it's good or bad. No, we're not going to do that. But if you want to ask a question, you can do that. That's totally like part of the program for today, if you will, the part of the program. But it's not like a program or show, but you know what I'm saying? It's part of what we do here. So if you'd like to ask a question about me or veganism, go for it, okay? Or if you just want to leave a donation because you just want to, you can do that too. Oh, I didn't put the link, did I? Oh, no, I pasted it up there. Yeah, there's a link at the top of the chat here to Streamlabs. So if you donate there as opposed to the normal YouTube super chat tip thing down there, I forgot the exact percentage. I think YouTube takes 40%. And then Streamlabs doesn't take a cut, you know. So if you want to leave a donation or a tip, I'll take either. It's cool. But if you want to make sure the creator gets as much as possible and don't let the greedy, you know, Magnificent Seven, Fortune 500 corporation get a 40% rake, use the Streamlabs link. Hey, mi comunidad vegana, buenos noches. Hey, Heidi. Had a decent week. Just still like a lot of dumb technical problems I've been dealing with this week and stuff. But yeah, all in all, not a horrible one. Thanks for asking. Yeah, you guys know I've had some really horrible weeks lately. I guess one horrible thing is we're biting the bullet and getting our mini split air conditioning heating system completely replaced. That'll be happening in like a week or so. Should happen. It should be done before next Friday's live stream. But you know, it's a lot of cash. Sucks. But you know, it was breaking down last summer, and it broke again just a few weeks ago. I'm glad it didn't break down in the middle of summer again. That would have sucked. I'm glad it broke down in a relatively cool part of the year. So anyway, that you knew about that last week. I told you guys about that last Friday. It broke Thursday night, the night before the live stream. So anyway, yeah, we've made arrangements and we're just gonna deal with it. Oh, Peter, I remember you mentioned something about Cosmic Skeptic. Alex, so did you send me a link? Awesome. I'll check that out for sure. And Peter, I want to tell you something. Oh, I did finally have a moment to check out the Zero shoes, the Zero basketball shoes, XERO, that brand. They've come a long way since I last looked at their site. Back when I was looking at them like 6, 7, 8 years ago, they're just basically little running sandals made in the tradition of like or in the spirit of the Harichim, I forgot how to pronounce them now. It's been a long time since I read Born to Run. The Native American that live in Copper Canyon of Mexico, kind of known as barefoot runners, but not really, just a really thin sandal. Anyway, they've come along. Their basketball shoes really cool. I'm really excited. I saw they have an NBA player, Patrick Stewart, wearing them. So yeah, they actually look quite good. Sure, it's a first generation shoe. I bet the shoe will get better and better over time, but it was better looking than I thought, and it looked like it functioned better than I thought. And I would really love to get me a pair of the low or mid tops, preferably the lows, to wear. I think they're $165 or something like that. So if anyone has connections with Zero shoes, they want to send some my way for a thorough review, you know, and you know, I'll do that. But yeah, I don't know if I have $165 right now, considering had to pay $1,000 for the deductible and insurance from the maniac who hit me on the high-speed chase 3-4 weeks ago. The huge hit we're taking for the air conditioning. So anyway, yeah, maybe I could collaborate with them. That's what I'm saying. If I could do some kind of yeah, I'm not sure if I should reach out or not. I don't know. Anyway. Yeah, if you want to ask some questions right now in the chat, that's the best way. I'm just not in the mood today. I played a lot of basketball again today. Your cult leader here is very tired. Let me see what I did today. I'll show you my workout today. Okay, so for basketball today, let me try to get it where we all can see it at here, where it's not blurry. So if you can see right there, 2 hours and 50 minutes. And 1,800 calories. Ooh, Sarah, I'll check that out in a second. Thanks for the super chat tip there. And your cult leader spent 34 and a half minutes in zone 5. That's with a heart rate of 157 BPM or higher. 41 minutes in zone 4. That's 146 to 156 BPM. 35 minutes in zone 3. 30 minutes in zone 2 and 29 minutes in zone 1. So your cult leader had some really hard workout today. Just a lot of extra a lot of activity. So I'm a little tired today. I guess because it's spring break, so more people are free right now. But thank you, Sarah. Oh my goodness, Sarah. Thank you. Oh my God, that's super generous of you, Sarah. Get some shoes. Anyone else want to contribute to the new basketball shoe fund? I guess we're $65 away. Hell, if we get AJ on, she gives her somewhere in the ballpark of her regular super chat donation, I might be able to get a pair of shoes. So thanks, Sarah. Yeah, that's really cool. Yeah, they look really cool. I was kind of skeptical how a barefoot running shoe company could make a basketball shoe that would work, and I checked it out. It looks really cool. It's like they took their same philosophy of having the foot have a lot of movement, and it just looks like like your foot functions really well. And they said good grip and cushioning on there. So thanks so much, Sarah. I really truly appreciate that. Thank you. So generous, so cool. Thank you. Let's see, Heidi, you were on the train tonight with both Boston Marathoners and Red Sox fans. Is the Boston Marathon happening around now? I think you mentioned that recently. I forgot what time of the year. I thought it was in the spring, which is usually a really good time to schedule a marathon because, it's not raining or snowing. Yeah, it's usually not that hot yet. Yeah, that is super generous, huh, Peter? Yeah, Sarah / late model, super generous. Thank you so much, guys. Thank you. Okay, Travis, you ran a lot in those zero sandals. Oh, the marathon's Monday? Is Monday a holiday? I know Sunday's Easter. Is like Monday a holiday, like a day people get off? I know today was a technical holiday, Good Friday, like the U.S. Stock Exchange was closed today and stuff like that. Bend Marathon was last weekend. See, that's what I'm telling you. This is a great time of the year to have marathons. It's really ideal weather. You're over the storms yet. It's not super hot yet. Yeah, 3 pairs of Zero shoes. Well, I'd like to get my first pair and have it be those basketball shoes. Okay, so, you're leaving for California this weekend, late model? Awesome. Great. I assume you're going to your home neck of the woods, right? Your former home neck of the woods, Northern Cal. I guess it is technically barely Northern Cal. Okay, Easter Monday's a holiday too. I didn't know that. Really? So Monday is a holiday? Okay, really? Yeah, our way is like another 400 plus miles to your trip or something like that. I can't say I blame you on that one. Yeah, NorCal and NorCal Co. Sounds lovely. And the weather should actually be better next week. Like this week, it was pretty crappy here. It probably was for you too. I imagine the West Coast they were affected by the same kind of weather patterns, high pressure, low pressure, stuff like that. And it's been really stormy and overcasty here. Well, not stormy, but anyway, yeah, next week is it's starting tomorrow. It's supposed to start getting a little bit nicer. Yeah, we have bank holidays, blood roast. I always get screwed by bank and postal holidays. I'm trying to have to transfer some money around to pay for the air conditioning. And the banks are closed. I hope I get the money all sorted out by the time they come next week. So yeah, I always get screwed by those. Hey, Graven, y'all are fancy buy Walmart shoes. I have a horror story. I was at Walmart yesterday trying to get a little GPS CarPlay unit for my car, real cheap one. It was crazy. I will tell you. Okay, AZ, you asked the questions. If the plants consume dead animal remains through soil, what do you mean? They're saying an animal died in nature and it fertilized plants? Yeah, it happens. Yeah, it's part of the circle of life. Animal will poop, it'll fertilize plants, and plants will drop their leaves, and the leaves will decompose, it'll fertilize plants. Okay, so if plants consume, I'm not sure what this has to do with veganism. If plants consume dead animals through soil, or what the worms and bacteria has already broken down Is the plant still vegan? Is the plant vegan? Well, let's take a look at what veganism is. Plants are not vegan, or they're not vegan or not vegan. Plants are amoral, amoral. Veganism is something that only basically humans are the only creatures that we know of that are for sure slam dunk capable of morality. I mean, maybe a few others, but for sure humans are. Plants definitely not are capable of moral behavior. So let's take a look here. Veganism is a stance against animal cruelty and exploitation. So plants cannot have that psychological belief or attitude or of that proposition or whatever you want to call this here. So no, plants are not vegan. They're amoral living things. So I'm not sure what your question is about there. Yeah, plants, fed or feed on whatever is given to them. Sometimes humans intentionally feed plants all sorts of stuff. They could feed it cow manure. They could feed it veganic inputs. Often plants are fed just whatever happens out in where they're living at, So anyway, I'm not sure what that has to do with veganism, though. Again, veganism, it's a stance against animal cruelty and exploitation. It's a human thing. Let's see. Sarah, you're looking forward to your 55 overcast? Yeah, that sounds about right. Let me take a look at my favorite Northern California city. You know what that is. I'm not going to mention its name right now because I want to keep it private. Let me see what their weather is going to be like next week. Ah, it's nice. Oh yeah, it's going to be in the, oh my God, I see an 80 for one day. Wow, it's going to be nice, but 70s, that's kind of hot. But yeah, I'm just telling you, the cold weather that we've had is for a while. Oh, I went to a Walmart and everything went wrong. First of all, it started off here at home. I was trying to order something off their website, and you can look this up. Angie looked it up afterwards. I forgot what website tracks websites that crash. The ordering portion on their website wasn't functioning properly. You couldn't even search for items in the search bar on Walmart. We're talking again a Fortune 500 company, like near $1 trillion valuation maybe, and it wasn't working for hours and hours. As a counterpoint, I've never seen like Amazon be down for so long. So that was the first part of the problem. Anyway, I tried to place an order when the site seemed to be coming back online and working, and I had problems with that. I had to call customer service. They called the local store where I was going to go pick it up at anyway and let them know I'm going to get it at the web price, which is different, and have them honor it because they often don't. And that just started. That's the easy part. It got worse and worse once it got down there. The guy on the phone, customer service, on the phone support said, go to the customer service in the store. I get there, it's shut down. Why? Because the ordering system's screwed up because they're having the same technical issues I was. So there's no one there it was horrible. I was there for like over an hour, maybe an hour and a half. But yeah, now easy hour and a half, just trying to get a little tiny GPS CarPlay thing for like $40, it took a long time. People couldn't help me. They were trying to call a manager to get them out there to assist me with this. Never came. They called 3 times. I waited half an hour. Manager never came. Part of it is I don't think it was intelligible. I think the lady, when you heard her on the PA in the store, you couldn't make it up. Anyway, I don't want to get into it. It was horrible. I had a horrible experience at Walmart yesterday. And then they sent me an email today. Give us your feedback. I don't have enough time. To explain it to Angie, it took me like 10 minutes to explain what happened. Hey, VLAM, happy Easter to you. Yeah, late model. I think this might have been I may have entered. I'm like you. Every time you enter a Walmart, 2 times in your life, it's a horror story. Watched a mother-daughter fight last time. Yeah, I think this was the first or second time I've been to a Walmart myself too, and that's it. It was horrible just to buy a little device like this, but for $40, took me an hour and a half. Managers wouldn't come out. Employees would kind of just refuse to help me. It sucked, it really sucked. And I know they're overworked and underpaid. I get it. I'm not trying to be like a Karen or anything like that, but I was just amazed at how little care or concern like went to like help me. I was instructed by their tech support or phone support to drive to the store, go to the customer service desk and tell the manager, and he or she would know what's going on and I'll be taken care of. And none of that happened. They kept sending me to different parts of the store and it was always wrong. Yeah, I know, Graham, and I get it. I know they don't pay their employees a living wage and they're not paid to care. I understand that completely. I don't hold that against anyone working there. I just saw them as being victims of a wage system in place that favors Walmart greatly. They're doing great. Their stock's been on a tear for the past couple years. All their employees don't get paid a living wage. I get it. I thought I would just order it on the website because they had a product that Amazon didn't have. I guess it was an exclusive deal with this one brand through Walmart. And I tell you, the website died, so I just thought I'd go get it in the store because I was going to go there anyway to have it. I just wanted to pick it up that day rather than having it shipped. So I totally get it. Used to work at Walmart. Yes, I said I held nothing against anyone working there. I totally understand the situation about how Walmart underpays. Yeah, welcome to United States style politics there, Peter. It's funny how politicians will deny climate, but when you get down to the nitty gritty, like who puts their money on climate change? It's like home insurance. And home insurance for them, they don't even discuss is it real or not. They know it's true. They have all the data and they're pricing home insurance like everywhere. It could be California because of wildfires, fires, Florida for hurricanes. Disasters that are happening more frequently, more extreme because of a changing climate. It's happening. I mean, if it wasn't true, insurance companies wouldn't give a shit. They would just keep doing business as usual. But they know it's an absolute fact because they have to put their money where their mouth is. Money talks and bullshit walks. And if they denied climate change, they'd be out of business because they have to pay more to people for all the bad things that have been happening to their homes. So anyway, yeah, if anyone ever feels like they're denying it, just ask them why aren't like home insurance companies in denial? Why are they adjusting their rates upward to account for specifically climate change problems, climate change, influenced or exacerbated problems? So anyway, hey Nikki, you're shopping more at the local Indian grocery. Yeah, I need to go to our local Indian grocery, get some more mung beans, some more basmati rice, some more spice for our khichdi, our curry spice. Yeah, V Lamb. I hear you saying, yeah, climate could be really hitting the shit in the fan by mid-century. I feel for our youngsters too, and which is like, I think adults today, like Gen Z and millennials, really need to think hard about, it's been like, here's the life plan. You get older, you go to college or you graduate and, high school, whatever, and then you get married and have kids. You got to think about that. It just shouldn't be so no-brainer now. I mean, you're committing your kids to a future that could be like climatically, like just something that we couldn't even possibly imagine, So, you really got to think, is that how kind is it to put your kid into a world that they didn't ask for, that's going to be so like potentially not very good to live in not that long. So I feel for y'all with kids. I feel for the kids the most though, because a lot of us probably won't be around when the shit really starts hitting the fan climatically. Let's see. Daisy, you have kids? Awesome. Like many people could no longer have kids? Huh? I'm not sure what you mean by that. And vegans were buying those bananas? Do you think it's ethical? Huh? I don't understand. Can you phrase that again? Do I think it's ethical that vegans buy bananas? I don't see how vegans buying bananas would be any more or less ethical than a meat eater buying bananas. Just any person buying bananas. I'm not sure what you're going on there. the real problem is 5G, according to one of those candidates. That's complete bullshit. It's funny how insurance companies, again, aren't pricing 5G related problems, like health insurance companies, home insurance companies aren't pricing in 5G related or wireless related problems. Nope, that's bullshit walks, money talks. Yeah, AZ, you're being sort of demanding on this live stream. Great way to put it, my autistic friend there, Peter. So if you just have a question about veganism, I'm not here to talk about pesticides and bananas. I know pesticides are used to grow some foods, but not all foods. In fact, there's different ways of growing any food, even organic, not organic. Some ways are better. Sometimes a quote unquote traditional food producing method can be better for as far as the ecology of the earth goes than a really this like dirty organic system. So I'm not sure what we're getting at here. Okay, great. Oh, you're saying bananas shouldn't be grown because people that live near the banana farm became infertile or could no longer. So why are you saying, is that a vegan thing? Because let's look at what veganism is again one more time. It's a stance against animal cruelty and exploitation. So yeah, humans are often injured in the practice of farming. You got to know, vegans aren't the ones growing and profiting from agribusiness. It's farmers and agribusinesses doing such stuff. So I'm not sure why it gets pinned on the vegans, because more bananas are consumed by a factor of 10 by non-vegans. They're consuming the vast majority of the Earth's bananas. So I think they would have the bulk of the responsibility for any problems you want to complain about, and they might be valid. I'm not saying they're unfounded or anything. Any of these problems that are related to the production methods not being the greatest for people or the planet. I don't know why this is something you're bringing up to the vegans or something. This is a farming problem. Farmers are growing the foods. Vegans aren't out there. Hey, let's just grow the bananas or anything like that. Yeah, we eat them, and probably your meat-eating friends eat them as well. So I don't know why. We're already doing our part here. We're already doing such a great thing here by not having animals bred into existence. Approximately 80 billion animals get bred into existence every year. So all you meat eaters and your friends can enjoy your burgers and leather car seats and all that crap. We're already doing a hell of a lot right there. So I don't know why we have to do even more. Like, do we have to be like perfect beings, like where no harm comes about from any activity that we're involved in? Like all the food we buy, no human gets hurt, no squirrels or rodents get hurt. I mean, come on. We're already doing so freaking much. So freaking much. Why do we have to work so much harder than the average person? All we're doing is saying, hey, we're against animal cruelty and exploitation, and we actually want to do something about it. And we put certain practices into our lives that make it so. So yeah, I'm not sure why vegans have to be perfect beings, and if any harm comes about in any food that vegans happen to eat, and more of that food's eaten by non-vegans, by the way more, somehow veganism is null and void and debunked or something like that. It doesn't work like that. Yeah, thanks, Peter, for putting him in timeout. He is very aggressive and assertive. If you want to come here and ask an honest question about veganism, that's cool. I'm not sure why people like to pin onto vegans problems that happen in farming. Again, we're not farmers. We're consumers. We eat the foods that you are eating too, and your friends and family who are not vegan are eating too, but we just don't eat the animal ones. What's that? Yeah, they can have no morals, They probably don't give a shit about animal cruelty and exploitation. So you're trying to pin vegans as being like not so moral. Well, take a look in the mirror if you're eating meat. Do I think Bob is pro autism death camps? Has that been talked about in the news? If so, remember Bob, he just seems to go lock and step with whatever crazy crap that's coming out of like JD Vance or RFK Jr., anyone in that whole scene there, whatever crazy, wacky nonsense they say, he'll start repeating it right after. Ron DeSantis, you name it. Yeah, whenever I hear something in the news, wacky and zany, sure enough, Bob ends up repeating it. But I'm glad we banned his ass for saying it was okay for the rioters to kill the Capitol police officers because they didn't die that very day. They died a day or two later or some shit like that. So anyone who justifies killing police people, is banned. That just gets you banned instantly. If anyone who tries to find some justification to make that seem okay or not so bad, you're gone. Because in my book, if you are advocating for killing people who risk their lives for us every day, you're a piece of shit and you don't have a place in civil society here with us. Anyway, guys, enough of me ranting about old Bob there. So let's see. That's crazy. Yeah, sending like United States citizens to prisons in a foreign country. Like, what the fuck is happening? Even if he's a bad person, I'm not sure if he is or not, but it saves a bad person still. If they're a United States citizen, that sounds pretty unconstitutional. And then if that becomes like established as okay, then how far can it get pushed? Can they send Gavin Newsom or Bernie Sanders away because they don't like him or something like that? Now, you brought up Bob. Sarah, it was you? Okay. No, I didn't hear about that story there, Nikki. Yeah, maybe he's trying to set someone up. I don't know. But anyway, if he wants to come back and behave like a decent person, that's his or her prerogative. They can't abide by our basic rules here. Put them up one more time. Then, there'll be actions by me or our moderators. Oh, speaking of moderators, I notice Uncle isn't here right now. So if you're out having fun right now, Uncle, awesome. Okay, apology accepted, AZX. Yeah, please don't demand anything. I'm just here on my own time. I could be doing a bunch of other stuff right now. I'm working on music. In fact, we have a new song that just came out today. It came out at midnight yesterday. So I'll play you guys a little bit of that in a second. So anyway, well, that sounds fun. Vegan Metalhead, you had your first Thai tea donut at a vegan donut shop. Awesome. That sounds great. In a weird way, anyone just kind of miss Bob a little tiny bit because he always brought up these stupid, easily debunkable points? Yeah, Sarah, it's a remix of a song that was on our 2018 album, Life Goes On. And we wanted to give it a whole new kind of we'll check it out in a little bit and just kind of share. We've picked up a whole new audience since then. A lot of our older music, my older music's gotten kind of more popular since then. So we have this whole new younger audience that wasn't around in the 90s and doesn't have all the baggage of Project Records and goth and all that stuff. They just see it from this whole new fresh perspective. And we think the song Will It Ever Be the Same? One of the best songs we made. So it was one that I thought fit really well with the current sound, the current production style that we've been doing for the past year or so. It seemed to fit perfectly, and I was right. I had a hunch, and I was right. As soon as I pulled it up and started a remix on it, I go, yes, we're gonna take this all the way. I miss Bob a little bit, yeah. Anyway, but yeah, the bad thing, you're absolutely right, Graven. Yeah, I'm just thinking of the pros and cons. The cons are, he made just patently just bigoted comments, sexist comments to people such as Dr. Bear. And the thing is, he plays victim. Like, what did I say? I didn't say anything. It's like, no, let's scroll back up and read no, I didn't say. He's just trying to gaslight us. And that pisses me off too. Yeah, and then he tries to take over the stream. He's like trolling. He just knows if he says some just outrageously effed up crap that's bigoted and offensive, we're going to react. And I didn't like being played like that too. So yeah, there were the pros and cons. And in all honesty, the cons far outweighed the pros. And that's why one day I just made, I'm just banning his ass, you know? When he started defending, or playing down, killing police officers. I just, no, you're not going to do that on my stream. No one's going to come on my stream and try to like justify killing people in uniform. Anyway. Yeah, he was so annoying even when he wasn't being a bigot. No, we don't talk about him much anymore, Heidi. We haven't mentioned his name. Bob is like a 4-letter word around here. We haven't mentioned Bob, and this might be the first time in 2025, perhaps. What's that, babe? Okay, ACX, I think we asked your questions, but answered your 2 questions. I think that was quite, sufficient. Your questions seem to be more about like agriculture and farming practices, and that's not what I'm into. That when I wake up in the morning, I don't think about, hey, I want to go out and change the world of corporate farming or something like that. No, that's beyond my capabilities. I'm just a simple music producer. And I happen to have a stance against animal cruelty and exploitation. I make no claims to be a perfect person, and I don't make any claim that 0 animals or even people are ever harmed ever from any food I eat. I understand accidents happen to both animals and humans. Like, if a human working out in the field just picking our potatoes and he or she gets hit by a tractor, breaks his or her arm, is it my fault or something? No, I mean, non-vegans are eating potatoes too. It's an accident. It happened in the farming business. It's not a vegan thing. Accidents happen. There's accidents in this world. I got in an accident the other week when a maniac in a high-speed chase nicked the edge of my car. Accidents happen. This is an imperfect world full of accidents. Yeah, he's not taking over, as Sarah points out. We're just talking about him. He's not taking over. We just mentioned him. We're just kind of reflecting on what he brought to the table here, and was it worth it? No, definitely not. Yeah, I mean, he wasn't all bad, or else I would have booted his ass out before, but there was way more bad than good. He basically had to go. The sexism, he should have got banned with the sexism, and it was my bad for not having banned him. I remember he was like timed out for a long time or something like that. He should have been banned for the sexism, and the buck stops with me, and I made an error there. I should have banned him when he was being a sexist, because that clearly violates the rules of the live stream. Being civil, no personal attacks, harassment, racism, sexism, ageism, any of those bad isms will get you banned here. Yeah, I remember too, Sarah, when Bob was he thought he was being vegan, and we told him, no, you're being plant-based because you're doing it for, we'll ask him, why are you doing this for? Oh, because I want to get skinny or shredded or something like that. So you're doing it for yourself. It's a selfish reason. Well, that's not what veganism is. Like, Bob, how many times do we have to show you? Veganism is not about yourself. It's about animals, being against animal cruelty and exploitation. So if you're eating plants for some personal reason, and that's not bad. It's cool to like eat healthy food and maybe lose a little weight or whatever if you want to. I mean, that's cool, but that's not what veganism is. I mean, you can do that while eating plants, but yeah, it just bothered me how he couldn't understand that, and he came every week. I said, Bob, I've failed you as a teacher. If you haven't understood what veganism is after all these months, I'm the worst teacher in the world. Whatever happened to Dr. Best and Sweet Potato Sister? Oh, Dr. Bear. Yeah, she's just been busy. I remember she popped in once or twice in the comments. And Sweet Potato Sister has nursing school. So, yeah, she comes sometimes. She's popped in a few times just to surprise us. Yeah, VLAM. I hope they're not trying to accelerate some kind of economic collapse, because it's not good for anyone. Yeah, sure they can ride it out, but yeah, watching your net worth fall drastically sucks, whether you're on like, our kind of level or billionaire level, Okay, she takes gymnastics. Dr. Bear takes gymnastics on Friday nights now. I remember she was doing something good, just getting out there, moving. That's cool. Well, if Bob did come back, Vegan Metalhead, he can't, because I was keeping my eyes open for him after he got banned, because I thought he might try to come back under another name, and that wouldn't work, because he has a certain way of talking and provoking that's patently him. Like, other people talk weird and provoke weird. That's cool. He had a very unique, patented style, and it would just be completely obvious it was him, just under another name. So you're all clear now, AZXV? Awesome, cool. Yeah, hello, Jay. Welcome. Do you have a question for me or anyone here? Oh yeah, Sarah, you're traveling. You will for sure miss next Friday, and most likely the one after that. Gonna go offline when you're gone. Wow, totally cool. I wish I could go offline for a little bit. Yeah, only time I'm able to do that when I was camping on the backside of Catalina, like no reception. I still don't think there's any now after all these years, but yeah, I totally get it. Awesome. But we'll miss you, Sarah. Late model. Cool, Metalhead, you're at a vegan event Sunday, and it was fun at a Buddhist temple. Yeah, I like Buddhist temples generally. There's one over in the direction of my mom's house I like to visit. But yeah, as someone who kind of considers himself Buddhist, I find I don't need to visit temples. I like to, they're cool, but it's not like a thing I have to do or something like that. But I enjoy them, and often they have like, they used to have a vegan, it was technically a vegetarian. I think like 99% of the stuff there was vegan though. Forgot what the little bit that was. So anyway, yeah, they have that restaurant there that was cool. I don't think they do that anymore. Ever since COVID, I don't think they brought the restaurant back. Jay, excited for 420? Where are you at right now? Because it's 6:40 here. Oh, 420 the day. I see. That isn't a couple days. That would be Sunday. That's interesting. So on Sunday, 420, is one supposed to like get high all day or wait till 420 on the 20th? How is that? I've never really pondered that before. What's that, Timothy? How's it going? What you read on Facebook as a vegan? You can't guarantee zero harm. Veganism's debunked, so now I've justified billions of acts. Yeah, exactly. Veganism is not about zero harm. If you look in the definition here, nowhere does it even remotely suggest or imply that if you're vegan or veganism means there will be no harm to any animals, insects, or even humans like farm workers, or even not a farm worker. Say that your truck that delivers food to your grocery store, somehow a small car runs a red light and crashes into your Whole Foods delivery truck or whatever and kills the entire family in the smaller car and they all die. I mean, accidents happen, even delivering food to a market, there can be accidents, but somehow vegans are somehow responsible for all of that. That's a good point, Graven. How about the name like Jay? Better like 420. Niggy, best condiment for fries or tater tots or vote? Maggie, hot and sweet. Let's see. V says, if the stream is on Saturday night, your Sunday AM, you'd be able to be present 100%. Let's see, Saturday night. One day I keep promising, I'll let you know. If you see a stream midweek, either this coming week or next week, probably not this week. I tell you, I have the Ace air conditioning repair stuff happening. But anyway, if you see a midweek live stream pop up, I'm probably going to do some vertical format tests, in this format, rather than horizontal. So anyway, yeah, just letting you know, I might do some vertical live stream. So yeah, I'll keep that in mind, VLAM, because even though Saturday is just the day after Friday, I'll just keep that in mind, I'll try some stuff. Oh yeah, Easter is the 20th, Peter. I guess you can get high and go to Easter church service if you want. I'm not recommending that, but I guess someone will. Let's see. Mark, how do I get my iron or B12 supplementation? Any ones you recommend or foods? Oh, I'll show you a great B12 supplement. I believe it has iron 2 here. Let's first of all, once again, reacquaint ourselves with veganism is. It's a stance against animal cruelty and exploitation. The Vegan Society has some really low-priced vitamins here. Not the baby and toddler ones. I don't know why that's the one that comes up default. They need to fix that. But yeah, just these. Get these 180 tablets here. 14 pounds for a 6-month supply, and the additional information. It's got doesn't have iron, so you just take a separate multi or something like that. It's got B12, D, iodine, selenium, B2, B6. Iron isn't as a big deal as people might think, because there's still iron in plants. It's just a different kind, non-heme iron. I've not really heard about too many people I know who are vegan or plant-based that are deficient in iron, but I mean, it's something to consider if you are low in iron because you had a blood test or something. Yeah, you can check it out. But anyway, yeah, that's the one I recommend. It's low cost. If you're in the United States, my tip is order multiple quantities, because yeah, you get charged for shipping coming from England, but if you order multiple quantities, the shipping doesn't go up. It stays pretty much the same. Okay. What was that, VLAM? There's a great argument, huh? It's impossible to be zero harm as long as you exist. So existence debunked. Exactly. If vegans can't do zero harm, veganism debunked. No, just apply that same logic, VLAM. Great job. Use their same argument, the same reasoning. No one in existence can be zero harm. So existence debunked, right? It's the same logic. Exactly. Okay, so, okay, you have your question finally, AZX. Back in the days when I wasn't vegan, are there any animal foods that made you say, yes, this food is tasty and makes me feel good? Yeah, I really enjoyed, Ben & Jerry's Cherry Garcia, Ben & Jerry fish food. Those are my 2 favorite flavors. And guess what? For the past 8 years or so, maybe longer now, they've had a dairy-free vegan version of those flavors. So yeah, I don't have to sit there, man, remember those good old days when I could have a Cherry Garcia or something like that? No, it's easy. Anytime, any day I can go down to any local grocery store and find the dairy-free Ben & Jerry's Cherry Garcia. So yeah, that's what I say. It doesn't suck being vegan. It's just anything you liked as a non-vegan, you can probably find the same thing or pretty damn close to the same thing, or even new things that you didn't even like back then, just stuff that's just vegan and awesome and you have no past connection to it or something like that. So it doesn't suck being vegan. And yeah, there's nothing you have to really leave behind if it's something you were really stoked on. My moderator is saying that AZXV, yeah, please, if you're here to promote eating meat, you've come to the wrong place. So yeah, Peter, can you delete that comment? This is not a place to hey, I love meat and shit. If you do, great, go talk about it somewhere else. You're being really just provocative intentionally by coming to a vegan live stream and talking about how great it is to eat meat. So we don't tolerate that. So Peter, if you want to get that comment removed, totally go for it. Hey, aloha, AJ Vintage is here. Aloha, AJ. Thanks for being here. Awesome. Let's see. Yeah, Sarah told us she's not going to be here for the next 2 weeks. She's going on a road trip, going to be offline. So thought I'd pass that on to you right now. The biggest news of the live stream so far. That's funny, Graven. Speaking gibberish. Okay. All right, VLAM, you got to open up the shop. Awesome. We'll try to have some fun here. Arlocate Digital, is that I mispronounced your name? Yeah, you raised up a good point. Yeah, about B12. deficiency or being low in B12 is not like a thing that's only happens to vegans. I mean, happens to about 40% of meat eaters too. Yeah, non-vegans can be deficient in B12. Cattle can also be deficient. That's why if you look online, I'm not making this shit up, they make B12 supplements for livestock. So people think, oh, I got to eat all that meat to get the B12. Like, no, livestock are often like given B12 supplements on their own. So again, why kill a middleman, a middle animal? Just take the supplement yourself and don't have animals die for you. So you can just take a vitamin that you just could take directly instead of having an animal take it and have the animal killed and get it that way. Anyway, hey, Xenix3. Phoenix X3, you left my takedown of Saladino. Which one? I know that you're talking about the one from just a few days ago. Yeah, it's just too easy. Saladino's comments are just so crazy. Like I said, when he made the prediction last year that no vegan will win a medal, will win any medals at the Paris Olympics this year. Well, are you stupid to make that prediction for the future? You should look at previous Olympics and previous like world level elite sport competition. Vegans have won in all those, you know. So why would the Paris Olympics all of a sudden, no vegans are going to win this time, even though vegans had won in previous Olympics? So it's just so easy to take to expose his crap because he just puts himself out there. It's like easy. It's just too easy. All right, that's fine, Peter. I trust your judgment. You know, I could tell he or she, whatever, is trying to play with us. So, and I don't like that. Yeah, Novak Djokovic, yeah, individual sports. Yeah, I don't know if he's technically vegan, but he's plant-based or really damn close, you know, to being 100% vegan in the diet category, at least at some points in his career, not the entire time. It changes, athletes tweak things because they're not ethical vegans. Hey, thanks, AJ, for the super chat tip. Cool. Between you and Sarah, gosh, I'm really tempted to think about getting a pair of Zero basketball shoes because you know how Peter's been telling me to check him out for the past like 3-4 weeks, and I finally did like a couple nights ago, and I was quite impressed with them. They look better than I thought, and it sounds like they'd be a great basketball shoe to have. They already have an NBA player that wears them. So I saw him moving in it. Yeah, he's moving quite fine. He's a big, strong, power forward type guy. So thanks, guys. I'm just like 30 odd bucks away from being able to get a pair of those shoes. Yeah, but Peter, yeah, to the guy that you just put in timeout, yeah, just don't come here and talk about how you eat raw meat. We don't want to hear it. Frankly, don't give a shit. Just if you want to brag about it, go somewhere else. A vegan live stream is not the appropriate place. And you're right, Sarah, eating meat is weird, totally weird. Let's see, otters and elephants. You already got an unwelcome Matt from a pastor at a former church because you're vegan? You're not going to your new church? What's that? Why was your pastor not being cool to you because you're vegan? How is that offensive to God or Jesus or Holy Scripture or the Bible or something like that? Where is it saying there that you have to eat meat or else you're going to eternal damnation? Like, why'd your pastor be a dick about that? Somehow you're going against God by being compassionate to animals. That makes no sense. I would call out your pastor and say, okay, can you be specific and not just gaslight me with a bunch of bullshit, dear pastor? Can you get some scripture here and point to actual scripture, not bullshit, bigoted shit from your head, but point to actual scripture that says that if I am compassionate to animals and decide to not eat them because of that compassion and love I feel for animals, how is that like going against commandments in the Bible, like, you know, laws, Mosaic law, Jesus, things he said to do, what you need to do to get into heaven? How is having compassion to animals and not eating them some kind of a deal breaker as far as like abiding by the law? Like, I don't get it. Ask him or her to be specific and not gaslight you. Xenix, as a physician, I know you're a physician, you're appalled at Saladino using his platform to promote just a bunch of unscientific, non-evidence-based crap, like unhealthy diets, animal torture, telling people not to wear sunscreen in the tropics, instead of rub some beef shit on your face which has no SPF. And you can see him here. I don't like to criticize people's appearances, because I hate when people do that to me. I think it's just a bullshit move. Instead of like addressing my points, my arguments and logic, I'll just pick on Ryan for being old. I'm 57 and a half. But Saladino, you can see, if you look at his skin from like now compared to like maybe like 3, 4, or 5 years ago, all that time living in the tropics, UV rays and nothing to protect his skin other than beef. He's aging like a lot. I've mentioned this before, like a lot of surfers I know who actually do wear sunscreen, but they're out in the sun so much and the sun reflects off the water onto your face. It's like a mirror. The skies, it's just everywhere. The sun, the UV rays are everywhere. It can, for some people, they age rapidly from all that UV sun exposure. And Paul, I'm not trying to bag you if you're watching. So if you want to make a response video, that's not some kind of personal attack, but I think you're showing the visual effects. I'm not a dermatologist, but I've seen it, like I said, happen to surfers I know. The sun's getting to your skin, bro. Yeah, I'm just reading through all your comments right now, so you guys are talking about. But I'm with you, Xenix. Yeah, Saladin has almost 1 million subscribers. See, if you're a grifter and just bullshit people, all this stuff, people will follow you. It just works out that way, It's unethical for him to use his MD to lie to so many people. Exactly. I mean, like Joe Rogan, he has even more followers, obviously, but people should know he's just a freaking idiot, right? He just says, I'm a comedian. I'm no one important. I don't know shit. But Saladino puts on this thing. I'm a doctor. I'm a medical doctor. I know all this shit. You should listen to me, even though the stuff I'm telling you to do has no, scientific consensus supporting it. No, it's non-evidence based. But listen to me, because I'm so smart, because I'm a doctor. He uses that doctor thing as some kind of, badge of honor or appeal to authority sort of thing. Anyway, yeah, Sarah, you have vampire issues. You've avoided the sun for a long time now. Yeah, I hate it when people say, "Hey, you're vegan. Why are you so pale?" Like, I don't know. Let's look at my arm. My arm doesn't get as much sunscreen. It's darker than my face. You're saying because I'm vegan, I'm unable to suntan? No, you're criticizing me for not being dark now because I spend more time indoors than I do outside. I'm wise enough now to protect my skin a little bit, my face particularly. But yeah, in the summer, if I know I'm going to be out for a few hours, I'll get the arms covered too, but that's not that common. Saladino's hot. Ooh, each his or her own preferences. To me, it looks like a gross, weird little dude. But anyway, for some people, a gross, weird little dude is like, perfect. Yeah, that's like exactly what they're looking for. He's just like this weird, trolly dude. Age 100 degrees, you're inside in the AC. Yeah, that's what I would be doing too when it's 100. That's why, we're getting our you missed it. We're getting our air conditioner finally replaced. The mini split units and the outdoor converter unit getting replaced next week. So it should all be in here by next Friday's live stream, unless it gets delayed somehow or something. Yeah, I'm with Sarah though. I prefer cooler weather, particularly cooler nights. Because I like to be able to sleep. I sleep a lot better when it's not like above 70 degrees in the bedroom. So yeah, that's why one reason why we really need to get our AC fixed before summer comes at us full steam. Yeah, it's funny how his name's Saladino, huh, Jim Barrick? It's like, Saladino. Wow, it's gonna be 80 degrees tomorrow. Well, hopefully it'll get cooler before the marathon happens on Monday. That's horrible, horrible weather. Yeah, that high temperature will happen in the afternoon most likely, but still, I'd probably mean it'll be much warmer than average morning when they get started. Yeah, Sarah, I know where I'm thinking about moving. Does get hot at times, but that's in the daytime. At nighttime, where I'm thinking about moving, it gets down into the 50s at night, and that's great. I don't mind it being hot in the day, in the summertime. That's just like 3-4 odd months. Turn the AC on. If there's not one there, I'll get one installed. Turn the AC on in the day, do our work. Then at nighttime, open up the windows, let the cool air in, eat outside, and all that. Walk to the square and all that stuff, and have some wine, and when it's like 68 degrees out and perfect. So I can deal with it being warmer in the day, because I just usually in the summertime typically hang out inside. It's hot, just keep the AC on and work on stuff. So yeah, I'm cool with that. That's cool that it cools down. And I noticed, like, when I was thinking about like Marin County, before I realized I didn't know I could afford it. Yeah, cool. I saw there it can get hot too, like San Rafael, but at night like 58 degrees. I love that. It's cool. As long as it's cool at night. Wow, your bedroom is never lower than 80? Is that on purpose? Do you have the heater on, or you just have some kind of like heat? It's really hot where you're at. Huh, I didn't hear about that, AJ. That sounds scary. Huh, just turn it all into dictatorship if he wants to now. It sounds like, if that is going to happen. Hopefully not. Anyway, but if it's an old house, it won't cool down, especially for hot days. That's why I said, yeah, I'll have an air conditioning system in place anyway. If there's not one in there, I'll put one in. It's just an investment that will have to be done for my next place. Yeah. But at least you can open up the windows. And I noticed a lot of bedrooms, you have like big, like you can have a French door situation, let the cool air in. We'll see. Well, I understand. Yeah, it gets hot in the day sometimes where I'm thinking about going to, but I can live with that. I mean, it gets hot here, in the summertime. So I'm kind of used to it, So if I can get some cool nights, that'll be great. Okay, the marathon's supposed to be in the 50s. That's better weather for a marathon for sure. Okay, you love it warm. You live in Michigan, you said, so it gets colder. Oh, you deleted it. Anyway, there it is. You live in Michigan, so it gets cold. I get it. All right, cool. Yeah, I'm with you, Sarah. I mean, I had trouble last summer when our air conditioning was out, when it died for a month or so during the middle of summer. And I had to work like hell with fans and everything to try to get it down to like maybe 74 at night. And it was difficult. Yeah, 80, there's no way. Yeah, I just can't sleep in it when it's that hot. Okay, your 1920s house, AJ, is a sauna in the summer. You have ACs in every room upstairs. That heat rises, so the upstairs tend to be warmer. I mean, I don't live in a two-story home or anything like that, but I just know that's how it works. Hot air rises. Hey, Super Bowl, I'm like you too. Angie and I are in usually pretty foul moods when it's too hot. Let's see. Nobody has AC in Marin except for the super rich people. It'd be 85 degrees and inside your house is at midnight. Wow. Who do I think is winning the NBA Finals? Good question, Caleb. I don't know. It's wide open. The West is wide open. I don't watch the Eastern teams too much, so I really couldn't make a comment there. In the West, I think the Lakers are actually before the trade for Luka Doncic, for them to like win the West would, I think, be like pretty much slim to none. Now I think it's at least maybe a 50-50 chance or something like that. So they're looking pretty good. Denver, they've had problems. They fired their coach, but they're still always a strong team. The Oklahoma Thunder, they're the number one team in the NBA, best record. They'll be tough to beat, but the Lakers have beat them before. So yeah, we'll see. We'll see how it all goes. My Lakers just beat them like a couple weeks ago in Oklahoma, with their best players playing. It wasn't like they were resting their stars or anything like that. So the West is wide open. Anyone can win. Houston's number 2, But yeah, I think the Lakers have a great chance now. Ooh, hang on a second. I just messed up something. Hang on one sec, guys. My microphone is undone here. Yikes. I don't know how this happened. Crap. Alright guys, hang on one sec. Having a situation. Sorry if it's loud right now. I apologize. Alright. Crisis averted. My heavy microphone is about to fall off the stand. I don't know how that happened. Veganism debunked. Jay, you had a friend with an attic fan that would pump air through the whole house? Hot air? That wouldn't be good. Because usually that's where the hot air goes up to and hangs out in the attic. Yeah, Peter, I think it's been shown that, yeah, certainly like reasonable amounts of oil, as long as it's not like a high saturated fat oil, like say coconut oil, is all right for you. In fact, some oils, I've been told I told you my vegan cardiologist said like canola oil, this is fine for you. Eat all you want, you know. I think olive oil fit in that group too. But yeah, that's what Forks and Knives is saying. They've relaxed their philosophy, so it's okay to eat small amounts of olive oil and probably canola too, I would imagine, because it doesn't create, you know, high LDL cholesterol because it's not high in saturated fat. Yeah, it's oil, not arsenic. Exactly. Yeah, I don't think. Yeah, you know, it. Yeah, I think there was a lot of just totally kind of unfounded phobias of oil in the vegan world, like in the 2010s. I'm seeing science and groups like that change their stance over time, and that's cool. But yeah, quality olive oil, yeah. I remember we had some at a winery out in Temecula last year, I think it was, or the year before. Yeah, really good. Yeah, we get some high quality. It's grown right there on their farms, on their winery. Great stuff. Yeah, as opposed to just getting some crappy cheap stuff. It's just like anything. Yeah, you can get a nice wine or a crappy cheap one, or a nice olive oil or a crappy cheap one. So, I guess our troll friend never came back, huh? I guess that timeout, that 1 minute timeout, Peter did the job. So cool. Thanks for handling that. I knew they were suspicious when they came right in and said, "Am I not banned?" I go, well, just the fact that you can type that in and we all can see it should tell you that you're not banned. Like, why would you be banned? Are you going to do something stupid? That's cool, sir. Yeah, if you want to still live oil-free, totally cool. I'm not saying, here, everyone, go out and buy oil. You got to do it now. But yeah, but yeah, I still don't like rich, oily meals. You know, that's probably the main reason why you're like that too, I imagine. Yeah, Angie and I still don't like to have like oily stuff. And I think we just have a little bit of avocado oil, mainly to coat the pan on a couple dishes. Like when I make popcorn in the pan, maybe she puts it in some dishes here or there, but just a little bit, you know, nothing crazy. Yeah, avocado oil cooking spray too. Yeah, stuff like that. Shouldn't make people afraid or anything like that. Yeah, that's fine, sir. I'd rather have whole food fats. Just don't make a thing out of it if you eat out. Yeah, but yeah, there's still, I think it's different though. I think, I'll see if I can get back to that thought, Sarah. I'm going to get sidetracked here because Jennifer Marie, thank you so much for a $20 super chat tip. Jeez, you, AJ and Sarah, I'm like $15 away from being able to afford the new Zero basketball shoes, XERO, that Peter's been telling me about. They're all vegan, all their stuff's vegan, and I was surprised. He told me to check out their basketball shoe a few weeks ago. I was busy and it's a little reluctant. I was skeptical, I should say, of them being able to pull off a quality basketball shoe. It looks quite cool. So anyway, let's see. Hey Daniel, you've been enjoying the eggplant chili from the cookbook all week. It's so good. Awesome. Gee, that sounds good for tonight. Yeah, $10 more to the shoes, Sarah. I'm getting really close. Wow, Jay, I'm not sure what that is, but that sounds like a nice Italian dish there for Easter. That sounds excellent. Well, I haven't got them yet, Sarah. I gotta first get the money and then convince Angie I should get them because, I told you we've had a lot of money flowing out lately, a lot, so yeah, it's just, yeah, but if you guys paid for it all, that'll be my justification. Like, hey, they wanted me to buy the shoes, particularly Sarah. So I was going to say about the oils. I like to get my fats from whole food plants like nuts and seeds and stuff. But correct me if I'm wrong. I'm not a nutritionist. Correct me down there in the chat if I'm wrong. Isn't there like a different fat profile between nuts and seeds versus like say olive oil or something like that? Is it a little different like omegas or something like that? I don't worry about this stuff. It's not, I don't punch all my meals into chronometer or something like that. So anyway, are you still banned, AZV? If you're sitting here saying this, you're probably not banned. I know Peter timed you out for a little bit. So, you want to behave and get along, it's up to you. If you don't want to, we'll see. But please don't come here and brag about, oh, I love to eat raw meat, because this is not a forum for meat eaters to brag about eating raw meat. This, if you do that, that's your thing. But this is a vegan forum. It's completely wrong context for such a discussion. Do you understand? And that's primarily why you were timed out. There were other reasons, but that was probably the one that just made Peter I'm going to time this guy out. This is not a test, huh? Well, here he's testing. He's just saying, am I still banned? That was his test. The raw meat thing was not a test. Okay, the Zero Shoes has shoes with real cow leather. Okay, I didn't check that part out, but I saw the basketball shoe was vegan, so awesome. Thanks for pointing that out. So not all their shoes are vegan, but the basketball ones are. You're no longer being obnoxious. Well, awesome. Welcome to the club. Because we don't like obnoxious people. So if you want to just be chill and civil and get along, it's up to you. If you can do that, you should be okay. If you can't, some people just can't. Some people are just complete a-holes and dicks. I'm not saying you're one, but I'm saying some people are, and they don't do well here. I mean, they just don't get along. They fight with people, they fight with me, and they break some of these rules, and they end up getting banned and stuff. You're going vegan right now. What does that mean? He's on the fence of getting in trouble, though. Let's see. Okay, Sarah, I see that's why you donated. Thanks. For the shoes, something nice for yourself. That's really cool, Sarah. I felt bad when I was looking at the shoes, but I wanted to look at the shoes because Peter was telling me about them, and I was a little skeptical, but I was curious. So when I remember, that's the whole thing, is remembering when I have my iPad or on the computer, when I just remembering, because I wouldn't even talk about it right now, but now's not a great time for me to go look, because I'm doing a live stream. But I remembered one night recently, and I checked them out. Oh, these are cool. How much are they? And good thing, I like low top shoes. And the low tops were a little less expensive. I think the high tops or mid tops are like $10 more. So fortunately, I went the most budget shoe. Yeah, we're all for rational discourse, Jay. And we care about the little fishies, huh? Let's see. How are we doing here? What time is it? 7:10. All right, cool. Seeing what time it is. Time has been flying. That sounds great, Nikki. That sounds like a great Easter dinner. Masala, okra, and potatoes. Oh, that sounds great. I wish we could have that tonight. Yeah, Don. This guy will not regret going vegan, but I don't think he is. I understand now what you vegans. I don't like that kind of language. You vegans are about. Can you describe in your own words, AZXV? You say now you understand what you vegans are about. Can you tell me what you've learned or what you've come to understand now about you vegan people? I can't imagine. So humor us or just tell us what you think vegans are about. Let's see, Zenith, that sounds cool. He's joined a vegan support group that meets via Zoom in defense of animals. Awesome. Yeah, so many cool online communities. And this is one here right now, the weekly Friday live streams. And that's why in case you're wondering why AZXV, we're so protective of it, we want to keep it. We have something, we've had something for a long time that a lot of us appreciate and look forward to week after week, me included, and many of you guys here as well. And we like this and we want to keep it that way. So if someone comes here and tries to change the vibe of it, look at me and answer my weird question. I mean, we'll answer people's questions, but you just can't come here and try to dominate or change what we got. So just play by the rules. And I've shown you the rules a bunch of times. Just play by the rules, and you can be here. Anyway. Timothy, yes, I am one of the vegan people. Let me play the songs of my people. Exactly. I hate it when people say all you blank people, like all you Chinese people, all you vegan people. Usually whatever follows that is not good. It's usually something bigoted or effed up, messed up. But anyway, Jay, I only showed the definition 8 times. I guess that helps make it sink in, right? You know, that's why I show the definition. Basically to show people what veganism is not, you know. Yeah, it has the positive, like what veganism is, but more importantly, it shows what veganism is not. And again, if anyone's watching who wants to respond, that's why I love to show the Vegan Society's definition of veganism, because what it's really, really good at, it's really good at. Sure, it's not perfect. It has some things that are not the best about it, but what it's really good at is it shows what veganism is not, you know. It's not we're not perfect beings. We're not totally free of any harm or anything like that. And veganism isn't about harm. If you look at the definition of veganism, I always like to point out that I believe the word harm is not even in here, because I saw Saladino say that. Yeah, vegans are all about like reducing harm as much as possible in the world or something like that. Like, no, it's just about animal cruelty. Like we don't like, if humans are getting harmed, that sucks, but that's not what veganism is about. You know, we're concerned about animals and animal cruelty. But anyway, so and I'm with you too, Jay. I care about the planet too. I shouldn't, because I don't have any kids. Once I'm gone, you know, I don't have kids who need to like navigate through what might be a really complex climate environment for them. But I care about the planet. I care about all life on it and all future life on it too. But that's not why I'm vegan. It just so helps out that if more people were to eat like how we do, the planet and all life on it would most likely be way better off. And that's awesome. But you know, that's not why I'm vegan. Just like a bonus thing. It's like awesome, cool. It's just like more of a no-brainer. Nikki, will there be a test? Yeah, I'm giving him a test right now, Nikki, about he thinks he knows what you vegan people are. So I want to see what he thinks about you vegan people are. So yeah, if you have a language thing there, AZX, totally cool. I'm not making fun of you or anything like that. Cool. We have lots of people who watch from foreign countries, English not their first language. Totally cool. But I'm curious. I just don't like to hear that phrase, you people. All right, so if you want to play a cultural barrier, language barrier thing, totally cool. I'm not mad at you or anything. I just get a little sensitive when I hear that, because at least amongst the English-speaking world, particularly here in the United States, whenever I hear that phrase, all you blank people, vegan people or whatever people, something bad usually follows right after that. Sonny, have I ever had Chinese German food? No, never have. Never seen a place in my life that has that. I'm sure they exist, but I've not seen one before myself. Timothy, yes, I used to be vegan, is like saying, I used to not pay to abuse animals. Now I pay for them to scream again. Let's see. AZXV says, you a nice guy, man. I feel bad now for making that video about me. You said earlier, you just contradicted yourself, AZX. You said earlier that you made a video about me, and I thought you said, maybe I'm wrong, maybe my memory isn't as great as I think it is, but I thought you said it was like kind of nice, like it was positive or something. Maybe you didn't say nice. Now you're saying you made a bad video about me? You want to tell us about the video you made about me? Like, what did you say about me? Just curious. Why would you make a video about me in the first place? I'm not that popular, at least in the vegan world. I mean, now you feel bad. Why do you feel bad if you made a positive video? Because now you think I'm an asshole and you wish you made a more mean video about me? You're just getting caught up in pretzels here. Like, I'm not understanding what you're trying to say. Is it positive or negative, and why do you feel bad? Yeah, exactly. Oh gosh, people really make me laugh, Sarah. So thanks, AZX. Even if you made a bad video about me, at least you're making me laugh, and that makes me feel better. Laughing, I don't know if I'm laughing at you or with you or because of you. I don't know, but the bottom line is I'm laughing. No, rare carcinogens, are they avoidable within the cooking aspects? I'm not sure. I'm not really an expert in carcinogens and cooking. I'm not a scientist. I'm not a material science or a fire scientist. I'm a vegan, amongst other things. I'm against animal cruelty and exploitation. I do know that certain kinds of cooking food, anyway, I'm aware that certain types of cooking are worse than others, like deep frying things I know is worse than, like, say, just eating something that's been steamed or boiled. So anyway, okay, so let's see. Your video about me said, you say, I did not insult you. I just edited things you said and took them out of context and edited them in a funny way. So you should check it out. So it's not positive. You took things out of context, trying to make it seem like I said things that I never really said. No, I'm not going to check that out. Why in the hell would you do that for? Why would you intentionally make a video of me saying things out of context and make it sound like I said things that I never had any belief in, never intended to say? What was the purpose of that? Just for shits and giggles, to have some fun? Oh, look at this vegan say things. Because sometimes I'll paraphrase someone like, yeah, eating meat's cool, man. Eating meat's cool. So you took that and you look at Ryan say, eating meat's cool, man. Eating meat's cool. Is that what you did? Okay, Peter. Okay, Ryan, I found this guy's video. You banned him under a different name. Ah, okay. Thanks for doing the homework there, Peter. Thank you. I think he wanted to share it. Haha, but it's funny because I made you say those things. You said veganism is bad for you, but actually I was reading it. Exactly. So you're not really proving a point. No, let's not put the link there, Peter. Get rid of that. No, no, we're getting rid of that. We're not here to promote it. No. I just blocked it. I don't want to promote his video or anything like that. Yeah, acrylamides. That's what I was talking about, Jana. When you like deep fry foods, it creates acrylamides. Whereas if you boil or steam foods, amongst there's other ways to cook things that don't really create acrylamides. So that's weird. Like that's some crap you often hear from like raw vegans. In fact, that John Rose guy, that guy that's into Hitler and always goes around shirtless, he made some comments. I think it was him at least. I told him to come tonight. He made a comment like 10 minutes before the live stream. He said, hey, bro, the live stream's right about to start. Gave him the link. Anyway, it's raw people that talk about how cooked food creates acrylamides. Like, no, not all cooking. If you're steaming your broccoli, you're not making a fucking acrylamide at all, So anyway, and we think it's a teenager, huh? Anyway, there's acrylamides in coffee. Uh-oh. I guess from the cooking process, right? So anyway, I'll take my chances now that I discovered coffee in my mid to late 50s. It's like a new thing, a new chapter in my life, having a little bit of a oat milk latte. Okay, so anyway, you wish you could relive your first time eating chocolate, Heidi? Wow, you can remember? I can't remember. What do I think about Mango Wadzak? Is that Australian guy that was raw and was so hardcore about being raw? He thought it was unnatural to drink water. He could get all his water from fruit. And I remember when I saw a video about him like 10 years ago, he seemed like the most lethargic human I've ever seen. It just shows like, I don't know how well that weird philosophy is working out for you, bro. You're just kind of laying around like half alive, it looked like. But no, I've never met him. I've just seen some videos about him a long like about 10 years ago or so. I heard, did he pass away recently? I think someone mentioned. That's all I know. It's like, just drink water. Here's the thing. If your raw vegan diet makes you orthorexic such that you're afraid to drink fucking water, like, come on. That shows you how screwed up that way of thinking is that raw can create in a lot of its followers. It's water. You know, if you're afraid of water, then drink like purified, filtered, reverse osmosis water. But drink water. It's like, how can you be afraid of freaking water? It just shows how orthorexic raw can be. Doesn't have to be. There's non-orthorexic ways I've seen people do raw and awesome. But if you have orthorexia, or if you are kind of inclined into those sorts of orthorexic ways and patterns, raw can really make your life bad. Heidi, you remember your first latte? It was a hazelnut latte from Starbucks with your church youth group. Awesome. Wow, youth group. So it was a while ago? I assume you're not a youth anymore, or not a former recent youth. Yeah, I kind of remember the first oat milk lattes I tried with Angie at some of the local coffee. I remember one coffee place in particular. I go, wow, this is really good. I like this. You know, I think she would bring them home and give me a little bit at the end. And finally, like a couple summers ago, I was like, let me just walk with you. Like, we'll do the Friday live stream, the Saturday morning. Let's just walk to the coffee place, sit down outside. It's, you know, warm in the summer, but it's nice and cool in the shade there, and just drink a latte and enjoy life. And yeah, it kind of changed my life. You going, Nikki? Good night to you, Nikki. Thanks for being with us. Wow, Peter. You did some searching on this dude's channel, and he's editing videos to make it look like Angie is eating meat. Like, why would Angie eat meat? She's been vegetarian since the 80s. Like, what the fuck is this guy trying to do? Why? What kind of sick pleasure do you have, AZX? Trying to make it sound like I said things I never said. And how would you make it seem like Angie's eating meat? Because she doesn't. So what the hell? So, what do you guys think? Should we just what do you think we should do about you, AZXV? Should we ban you? Because you're just doing some messed up shit. Like, why are you trying to make it seem like I say things that I don't mean, like eating meat is good, bro, and then and make it seem like my wife is eating meat? Like, what the hell? Well, what is Peter seeing then? This is what I'm just going. Peter found it on your channel. That's what he's saying. It's right there on your channel. I guess he could deny that's his channel. Well, you already admitted that you're intentionally editing videos of me taking my words out of context to say things that I never had any intention of saying. So it's just like another step removed from that to edit videos so make it sound like we're eating meat or something like that. Let's see, a short video with a strange picture over top of Angie's food. Okay, Super Bowl says it is. I just looked. So we have more confirmation. Wow. What? So you want to explain that? I have two people now, one a moderator, one a channel member, who have looked at your video, and they can confirm that what Peter is saying is true. So do you have anything to say about that? Yeah, what a low blow. Like, weird. Like, why? Like, again, we're a small channel. We're small potatoes. They went to your channel. I didn't go there. They're just telling me they went to your channel and saw this stuff. Are you saying that's not your channel? Right there in the shorts. Yeah, that's what Peter said. Right there in the shorts. Click under shorts. So what do you have to say about that? Peter, how do you know it's his channel? Do you like click his name and then does that take you over to his channel? You click his username. Let me know. How do you know that's his channel? I just want to make sure you're 100% sure that's his channel. That's what I'm trying to confirm with you, Peter. Are you 100% sure? Oh, so now, you say no, and now you changed your tune. Now you say it's funny. So you're just fucking with us. So, all right. So yeah, you don't really, You're not in the right company here, AZXV. You probably belong in some kind of group or live stream of, like, say, it is 100%. Thanks for checking. you belong in a group of anti-vegans, okay? You know, and again, I'm very protective of my community here. It's our community, but it's mine. I'm the buck stop is me. I'm at the top. I have moderators to block and stuff, but I make the big decisions. And one of my most prized things about this live stream is having a community where we all can feel safe, not be trolled and stuff like that. So that's why if one of our moderators has taken care of it right now, that is why. So if you're making shit videos about me and my wife, deceptive shit videos, you know, about us eating, trying to make it seem like we're saying things that we don't like, we're promoting meat and eating meat, you've just crossed the line. You're not a friend, okay? We want friendly, cool people here, not people who are deceptive. So anyway, that's what's up. Hey, Phoenix, you have to go. Take care, everyone. Stay happy, healthy, and safe. Those are good goals there. No, if you want to report it, yeah, you can send it to me. Yeah, privately, like on Instagram or something like that. I'll check it out and I'll consider reporting it. If you want to report it too, feel free. I think the more reports that YouTube gets, the more likely they'll take it down or something like that. So anyway, I don't know why people like me. Again, I'm a small channel. If you want to pick on someone, go for Earthling Ed. Go for, ooh, I got a cramp. Ooh. Go for Joey Carbstrong or Mike the Vegan or someone. Don't pick on me. I don't get a lot of clicks and views. This is something I do out of my love of spreading veganism and defending veganism from bullshit. So there's a few people I've considered suing. The legal process is kind of expensive. I mean, we went through a lot of money with my mom's attorneys lately, so I know firsthand how that can add up. Just might not be worth it, you know, to go after all these people. If and when I start to inherit some money in the future, maybe I'll just I'll throw $10,000 at this. Worth it to get rid of that asshole out of my life. It might be worth it then. But right now, I got to give $10,000 to the air conditioning company. Well, hopefully no one's really watching this shit or believing it. Like, why would me or Angie eat meat? We're vegan. You know, it's like, I think anyone with a brain should be able to tell the editing, the weird editing I'm sure is going on to make it seem like that, you know? Yeah, that's some effed up stuff. Again, why? What's the point? You think that's going to, like, do something? Make us less popular? We're not that popular to start with, so I don't know what you think you're doing. So anyway. Oh, your family call. I remember you've had these before. What a disgusting channel. I'm surprised. Not too surprised, I'd say. We should have banned the person earlier. It's weird how when you see the content made by many anti-vegans, there's something often really disturbing about it. You know what I'm saying? Like, you see some like mental signs of mental illness in a really like dark way. I'm not saying mental illness is bad or something like that, but like a dark, sinister, fucked up kind of thing. You know what I'm saying? So is that what you guys, the vibe you're getting from that, I imagine? Oops. Oops, my bad. I hit the wrong buttons here. I was checking out my iPad. It was like drain. I have it plugged in to recharge, but it's actually losing charge. I noticed when I plugged it in earlier, I saw the charging icon come on, and now it's gone. So I got to fix that tomorrow. Yeah, creepy, sinister. Like, why are anti-vegans often like that? No, let's not promote the channel name. I know a lot of us want to know, but I don't want this to live in the live chat here. So that's it right there. Okay. Okay. Then delete your comment after that. I'll delete it so everyone saw what it was. But I'm gonna get rid of that comment, Sarah, so it doesn't live on. It's cool. We got it. Yeah, nothing bad there, Sarah. AJ knows now, and I don't want to promote someone who's sinister and creepy. All All right, awesome. Totally cool. Wow. Hey, well, on a brighter note, or not really a brighter note, we got some new freaking music out today. Let me go to here. And it's out on all streaming music services. And, oops, right here is, Angie made this a little while ago. Even though we just released it today, it's a lyric video and visualizer. We can visualize the lyrics and stuff like that. So let's play some of our. It just came out last night at midnight, and it's already getting a lot of good reviews, comments, and plays and shares. Don't worry about the views here on YouTube. This is like the least important place where people discover our music. Like on Spotify, probably by a month, it should have 10, 20, 30,000 streams or something like that. And that's just Spotify alone. But anyway, I'll show you a little bit of our latest song. It's as I was talking about earlier, Sarah was asking about it. It's a song from our 2018 album, Life Goes On, and it's one I always wanted to make better. It's one of our favorite songs that we've ever made, and I thought we could bring it to 2025. We've kind of, for the past year, we've kind of like gotten this whole production sound and style really tight. So what was I going to say? So we thought if we gave it that treatment, the 2025 Love Spirals Downwards treatment, we were curious to see how it would go. And once I started working, I go, yes, we're onto something. So anyway, let me show you. It's a really, it's kind of Angie on our Bandcamp page, she described to our followers, it's like, sorry, like one last like really depressing kind of song here. And then we promise you our next one after this will be a little bit less depressing and stuff like that. So yeah, close your eyes if you want. I'll play some of it here. Yeah, it's not a proper music video. Like I said, it's a lyric video visualizer. So let's check it out. And hopefully we'll get to the Ebo solo. It's probably my coolest Ebo guitar solo ever.
You don't hear me. Not sure I even exist to you. And everything that you've put me through.
I'll make it dark here.
Are we still on the same place?
Yeah, you could call it the Robin Guthrie chord, Embodying Princess.
We're moving in circles.
My favorite chord is a minor ninth, and this song has them.
Are you even aware of me? Are we still on the same plane?
Okay, there's the first sign of my Evo there. I'll take us to the Evo solo because I'm really, really proud of it. I think it might be my best Evo solo ever. Okay, here's like a little bridge.
Can you see my face? Have I been erased? Do you recall my name? And tell me, will it ever be the same?
Oh, here it comes. Here goes my Evo solo, my best of all time. streaming media services. It's on our Love Spirals Downwards on Spotify and Apple Music. But yeah, check it out. It's called, Will It Ever Be the Same VIP remix, which means variants in production, which it is from the 2018 version. Yeah, I should show Gusty this one. He might like this. He seems like he's kind of liking a lot of these 90 influences that we have in our music, but we bring it into the modern era with a lot of like 808 drum machines, trap kind of production methods too. That's a weird mix of shit. It really is, you know. Here's the end of the song though. Anyway, that's it. That's Will It Ever Be the Same? Yeah, Apple Music, Spotify, Tidal, should be out on all those right now. We checked, yeah, for sure. The big two are Apple and Spotify. So we checked last night, and 9 p.m. Pacific time, midnight Eastern is when it all starts coming out. So yeah, it's our latest and greatest, and we compared it to the 2018 mix. We just love this way better. It just really captured what we wanted to do back then in 2018, but we weren't as skilled, talented. I don't know what the word is, but yeah, we're on a groove right now. We really, I told you, since about a year and a half or two ago, we've really kind of got locked in focus in a certain kind of sound and production style that's been working out really cool. Hey, Uncle's here, awesome. Angie and I just talked about it last night too, how putting kind of more trap drum machines like 808s with the big fat kick really works well with this kind of music, with our ethereal music. You know, instead of just using like, you know, a drummer kind of sounding drum like a human dude, or just more polite drum machines or something like that, like a Linn drum, or not a Linn drum. But my point is, these bringing some of these trap elements have really just brought this whole new kind of vibe to our songs, and got the idea again from like listening to a lot of the K-pop music that we listen to. So it's all good. All right, so I just wanted to show you our latest and greatest song there. Cool, you love the Life Goes On CD, Jana. Yeah, this song is on there. But this is, a 2025 new mix with new stuff in it, and with all the new ideas that we've, hit on since then. Our evolution, yes, we have evolved, late model. And that's what's kind of cool about us musically, is that, there's kind of two ways you can go once you've been around a long time musically. You can kind of like say, here's my thing, here's what I do, and each album's going to kind of just be a new kind of twist on that, and that's valid and cool. If you got your thing, you just keep doing that again, run it back. And we've never really been like that. We just kind of always growing and changing, and you might not see the change over like from one album to the next. Often there is, if you look back over time, like, well, we've come a long way to a whole new place, because we're always growing and changing. We're always trying to just push ourselves and be inspired by what we're listening to. We're listening to new music. And I think you'll like the next one a lot, Sarah. If you said you like soul, I remember you said you do some kind of soul music show or something like that. Our next one is our twist on a soul kind of a vibe song, like a new soul mixed in with this ethereal and kind of trap stuff a little bit. It's kind of like this, but a little more happy, I guess, not as depressing, and you don't want to kill yourself as much. And when we put this on, it's like, it reminds us of like The Cure's Pornography or something like that. Maybe not the whole album, but a song like Cold or something. It's like, but anyway, our next song should not remind anyone of The Cure or wanting to kill themselves. Okay, Southern Soul. I can't say I know what the distinguishing like features of Southern soul that makes it distinct from other kinds of soul. But if you like soul stuff, and it's a little bluesy, because soul is inherently like a music that comes from blues. So yeah, you might like our next one even more. Not saying you didn't like this one, but yeah, the next one might be up your alley as well, bringing this sad, ethereal kind of thing with the soul twist. That's a little more positive, just a little bit more. We're not going to be all happy or anything. That's just not my musical DNA. I can't really make happy music that well. If I do, they're just funny songs. Like I helped write the Angie's Animal Friends song. It was just a funny song. Anyway, see what you got there. Southern soul country party blues. DJ Mr. Melvin and his Hole in the Wall mix show every Wednesday nights at 5 Pacific. Hole in the Wall. Okay, not hole in the wall with a W, like Whole Foods. All right, thanks for that clarification. I was a little confused. Let's see, what's that, Peter? A vegan restaurant in Toronto is having a bit of trouble because they put out a sign that says, get hooked on perks, and they actually have, and they have actually a fish hook in the photo. I see. Yeah, even though they're not actually hooking any real fish, just the symbol of a fish hook, is, you're promoting a tool. I guess that's what a fish hook is. It's a tool that its sole purpose is to harm and exploit animals. I see. They should have thought about that. I'm sure. I'm just surprised no one mentioned, hey, boss, there's the problem with that imagery. That song should come with a pillow and blanket. Yeah, a pillow and blanket for sure. Yeah, we wanted to get it out too before the seasons change, because this is a full-on winter or spring, early spring song, and I think we fit it in now. It was really written from a kind of dark place and cold weather and a lot of darkness in our lives back then, darkness in our lives now. So we just kept the darkness going. You guys know I've had a pretty dark year. So, all that mood and stuff you're hearing, it's just coming through me into the music. And a gummy. Yeah, we went back. We ran out of gummies a few weeks ago, Sarah. So I went back to the local dispensary or whatever, and I got the same brand because they're all vegan, and Caminos, right? Is that the name of it? Anyway, I got one that's yellow now, and it's like the highest CBD content. I think there's hardly any THC or something in it. So those are super mellow now, super, super mellow. It was great. Just the other day, Angie had this gnarly migraine. It wouldn't go away. So I said, well, have a whole, let's not split it, just have yourself a whole CBD gummy there. She said, yeah, it made her feel better. Let's see, I should do it more live on Sunday and get high while doing it. Did you guys say, is it okay with YouTube for creators like me, to be high, to get high on a live stream? Can I actually smoke something? Will that get me in trouble? Because I thought smoking, you can't smoke on some social media platforms. I thought TikTok was one. I'm not sure what YouTube's like. I guess I could research that. Or I could get high first and then come on, hey everyone, I'm high right now, or something like that. That's probably okay, as long as I don't show the act of getting high or something. Let's see, Jana, use that CD for your sleep. Our Life Goes On CD. Yeah, it's pretty chill. Yeah. Is that Jen, you like Mellow Vibes gummies? Is that a brand? Hey, Johnny. Yeah, cool. You just missed a troll, and I showed off our latest, greatest new song, the newest Love Spirals Downward song. Yeah, it is weird how 420 and Easter are on the same day. Are gummies even vegan? Yeah, as long as they're made with the vegan gelatin. Yeah, for sure. I forgot what the name of it is. Is it pectin or something like that? But yeah, you just got to look. You have to read to make sure that there's not gelatin in them. But yeah, Sarah turned me on to a vegan made high CBD gummy brand. So I'm just sticking with them. They have tons of them at my local dispensary, so I can always go there anytime. There's a YouTube video of Musk smoking pot. Yeah, when he smoked on Joe Rogan. So I guess my question is it acceptable to do that live? Like that Joe Rogan interview was, done live in a studio, then they put on social media later. I'm just wondering, is it in a live stream? Could someone do that? Yeah. Peter just pointed that out for us, Uncle. So you were out with Myra having a nice dinner. Did you guys go out somewhere? If so, you want to tell us where you went? If you don't want to share that, if you want to keep your privacy, I totally get it. I'm kind of curious where you guys went. Well, the reason why I asked that, Sarah, is because I watch a live streamer who streams simultaneously, like on YouTube and TikTok, and he brings guests on via video, and one of them is smoking a cigarette, and he told him right off the bat, you got to put that out or turn your camera off. You can't do that. And I think he mentioned TikTok is, you can't be smoking on TikTok videos or TikTok live streams or both. So that's why I'm asking about that. Even a nicotine cigarette wasn't allowed. That's what the dude was smoking. So it made me realize, okay, there's some rules in place about that, and I don't want to get in trouble. Just like today, I played a game of basketball with someone at the gym, and I found out later, I think he's a minor, and I'm really not sure. I don't want to put it up. First I heard them talking like saying they're young teens, and when I said, I don't think I put the video up, bro, because you're a minor. Then he said he's 18. I just don't believe him. I saw his mom come pick him up later too. I just don't want to get in trouble with my social media platform here. Fusion sushi around the corner from us. How close is it, Uncle? Is it walkable? If so, that would be a nice thing to do one night. Come out to Uncle's house, drive out, and then walk to sushi. Let me know if it's walkable before I keep going with this fantasy I got going on here. Yeah, it's good to be careful because you don't want to get in trouble, have your channel terminated or something like that. If enough people complain, you can go down. So yeah, I just want to be careful. I want to keep this thing going. We'd all be bummed if Happy Healthy Vegan got banned. I guess if we got banned on TikTok, no shit off my ass, that's cool. But yeah, YouTube, we want to keep that happening. I know it's supposed to be skin off my ass, but I like shit off my ass better. I think it's just kind of funnier. But anyway, what's that, Johnny? Only if you're able to use CBD oil to keep your knees from hurting. You can't use CBD oil. Do they ban, because you're in military, you can't even use CBD, which has no really no psychoactive properties. It's not like THC or anything like that. If you take a pure CBD product, you just feel really mellow, Okay, so Google says you can smoke pot on YouTube, but be careful that it doesn't get used against you somehow. That's what I'd be afraid about too, I don't know what could happen, but something could happen. I'm old. I don't want to risk that, It's just kind of a dumb thing to risk. So I probably won't, someone will make some stupid videos about me, probably. It's already happening anyway without me smoking pot live on a live stream, right? But anyway, I'm saying I don't want to put myself out there to more risk than, I'm already putting out there. So yeah, you don't want some troll making unethical splice videos about me. No one wants a troll making unethical splice videos. That's what you missed, Uncle. We learned some guy was here earlier. He's trying to play around with this, and a few of you guys checked out his channel, learned that this dude makes unethical videos splicing me and Angie, making it seem like we're saying or doing things that we never did. So it's really effed up that someone takes sick pleasure in that. Yeah, the feds could come after me, right? I don't need that, just for shits and giggles on a 420 live stream. Hell, if I was 18, not a care in the world, cool. I'm an old dude now. I don't want to just put myself out there for any extra trouble that I really don't need. It's not like a hill I want to die on or something. That's interesting advice, Sonny. I don't shower at the gym, if that's what you're referring to. But anyway, okay, Johnny, they test you for it in the military, but they don't test for performance-enhancing drugs unless it's suspected you're on it, but you'd be surprised about it. They test you for CBD. I guess that would just show up in a cannabis test. I guess, maybe if they're testing for weed, CBD would trigger it as positive, even though it's not a psychoactive drug experience by any stretch. It's a really mellow experience. And it's good for, types of pain that might be just kind of nagging, like you said, a knee injury or, Angie's migraines or something like that. Sometimes I just want a CBD gummy, it's been a shit day or shit week, and your average American think, I'm gonna get fucking drunk now. It's like, I'm sure the guy's gonna splice that out, right? Anyway, it's like, I'll just smoke some weed or have a CBD and chill out that way. Oh, I want to mention too, I know it got really, 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 really popular this year. this season. But yeah, I didn't talk about it. We talked about shows on cable that I was really into. I was really into season 3 of The White Lotus, and I know I said it blew up, it got really popular. We watched the other 2 seasons as well, and they were cool. I liked the first season. That was a fun one, and Mally. But this last one, really cool. Angie and I were totally into it. We were watching them every week, and it's done and over now. But yeah, we were watching them the night they'd come out. We were so into it. But I just thought I'd mention that out there. If anyone's looking for a cool show, that by far was my favorite show of the year. I mean, I liked it more than the Dexter reboot. You know, this was just really super cool. More than the Karate Kid, by far. White Lotus 3 was my top show so far this year. No, what flavor of Camino did I get, Sarah? Yeah, I usually get the one you showed me, which is like an even mix of CBD, THC, and CBN. Exact like balance of all 3. This one I forgot. It's yellow, and it has it's called it's like almost all CBD. They're yellow, and it has a very confusing name, because if it's all CBD, you think it would be like have a mellow time name. No, they called it like social or party or something like that. I forgot, just something like makes it sound like you're gonna be out, hey, I'm having a good time, but it's all, yeah, it's a pure nighttime chill out gummy, but they gave it a weird name that make it sound like you wouldn't be all couch locked, but it's fully couch locked, but it's yellow and has a uppity kind of name. And I don't like the flavor as much, but I got it for the high CBD content, just to be totally chill. I got it actually the night, remember when I got hit, sideswiped by the crazy maniac in the high-speed chase that you guys saw on YouTube. Anyway, we were freaked out. We were just had a lot of stress and anxiety and trauma. So after the live stream, I braved it, walked out in the nighttime. I was already kind of freaked out. I didn't feel safe about anything, and got those high CBD gummies that night. So I just came home and took them, and we needed it. We were so just kind of like not doing well, you know, after that. As we should, right? How many people, hey, I just got hit by a maniac that crashed into a bunch of people, and, you know, I'm great, you know, you should be kind of freaked out. I forgot the color of the tin, Sarah. I just remember them being yellow when I cut them in half. I tell you, the name is like, you know, social or party or something like that. It has like a very contradictory name, given that it's super high CBD. Yeah, I tried the night ones, I guess. I liked those, but I'll probably get those again. I kind of like that little bit of psychoactive effect in there. But yeah, the full CBD ones, if that's what you're looking for, Sarah, if you want a gummy that's like has pretty much no psychoactive effect, get these yellow party social. That's it. Social. The social ones are in a green tin, and the flavor is pear. I don't really like them. They're really soft. They're really gushy. Like, I like the other ones that you recommended. They're harder. They're easy to cut, and I like the flavor. These yellow ones are kind of weird and gushy, but they're cool. They do what they're advertised to do. They don't make you more social, but they're high CBD, and they will just chill you out and couch lock you and relieve pain, in our case, relieve some trauma from the near-death experience. So anyway, Brian Johnson, you're talking about the tech millionaire guy who is biohacking his body with a vegan diet and all sorts of weird treatments and supplements. That guy, what should I check out? Okay, the sushi place, Uncle. The sushi place is about 3 minutes walking distance from your house. Perfect. Well, let's go there. Not a lot of vegan options, but avocado rolls and the tofu salad is great. And edamame. That's what we want. That's all we need. We don't need to have 100 different options. If we have some avocado rolls and tofu salad and edamame, that sounds like a nice. So let's make that happen once the weather gets a little warmer, you know, because it's actually going to start getting warmer. We were talking about how it's been pretty cold and cloudy here for the past week, but yeah, it's going to start warming up. So yeah, let's make that happen. We haven't seen Uncle in so long. It's crazy. It's been like it's before COVID, was it? It's been a long time since we saw Uncle. No, it wasn't before, but it was a little bit after, once stuff started opening up. Is that where we met you at that brewery over in your neck of the woods? I can't remember when that was. I think that was 21. Anyway, it's been a long time. Bottom line, it's been a long time, even if it was 2022. Let's see. He seems like a nice person, the Brian Johnson guy. I haven't really, there's a Netflix show about that guy, right? Uncle used to make weed spaghetti? Recipe: put pot in pot and put lid on pot. Wait, are these like double entendre jokes here? Okay, he's on Netflix, but I haven't watched it yet. I'm sure I'll check something of his outs soon about him, you know. Anyway, let's see how we're doing on time. Oh, it's about 8 o'clock. I should get going pretty soon. I did start a tad early. But this live stream, yeah, is about 2 hours long. But yeah, we could take a couple more questions. And I should get going until I'm pretty tired because I played basketball for, how long was it again? 2 hours and 48 minutes? Let me look. It was quite a long time. Let's see. There's my heart rates. 2 hours, 50 minutes, and 1,800 active calories. And AJ, you got me to 165. I'll tell Angie, I have no choice but to order the zero shoes because that's what you did for me. So thank you guys. You guys are totally awesome. I really thought there was no chance that I would get them right now, considering I told all the money that's just flowing out of my life, the $1,000 deductible from the accident thing, about $10K for the whole 4 blowers of our AC and the outdoor compressor unit and all the work they got to do to put the new ones in. So it's been pretty crazy, you know. So thank you for the shoe fund. That'll be kind of cool. Yeah, I'm really excited to check them out. I'm really excited to have. They said it's like 30% the weight of a normal basketball shoe. Yes, like that's what I want. I don't like jumping up with all this extra weight on my feet. Just let me fly, you know, as much as an old man can fly, metaphorically. But yeah, but thank you guys. Thank you so much. I've got the shoe funds. So I'll pay for the tax and shipping if there's any. They should probably give you free shipping for something of that price, but we'll see. I'll show you the shoes. I'm not sure exactly when I'll order. I won't order them today or anything like that, but I'll let Angie know that you guys specifically donated for me, particularly Sarah and AJ. Thank you guys. Yes, AJ, Jennifer tipped in 20, and yeah, start off with Sarah's $100 super chat. Yeah, and AJ just got us up with 2 super chat tips. So thank you guys. And it looks like let's see. Yeah, cool. Yeah, that should get me there. All right, I'll get some. I don't know how long it'll take, but I'll definitely show you the shoes. I'll try them out on the basketball court. Maybe I'll make a little vid just for the hell of it, you know. Let Zero know I did it. Maybe they'll connect with me some more. But yeah, I am kind of due for some new shoes. I like to get new basketball. I wear things till they break. I've had my current Kyrie Irving shoes for about like 3 years, which is a long time because I think they kicked him off Nike about 2 years ago, you know. So yeah, it's time for me to get some new shoes. So thank you guys. Yeah, I can't wait to get some new light high performance shoes for the courts. So yeah, check out our new song, Uncle. We have a new song there. Will It Ever Be the Same? Were you here when I played it or not? I can't remember if you came in. I think you came in right after, but it's on all our streaming platforms, on Apple Music, on Spotify, Tidal, and yeah, you can watch the lyric video that Angie made here on YouTube and check it out too. But yeah, it's on the Love Spirals Downwards feed. That's where we've been putting all our new music at lately, is on the Love Spirals Downwards, Love Spirals Downwards Spotify and YouTube and all that. So check it out there. Just search for Will It Ever Be the Same? It should come up. All right, guys. So Sarah, late model. Yeah, just to remind everyone who joined late, Sarah's going to go on a road trip coming down to California. So she probably won't be around for a couple of weeks, it sounds like. So enjoy your time, man. I'm jealous of you. Sounds like you're going to be visiting Marin and Mendo. Like, sounds amazing. Yeah, you're picking a great time of the year. So that should be perfect. So enjoy that. Really have a good time, and hopefully you'll find some more vegan options and stuff for you, because I know it can be kind of tough up there. So guys, everyone have a safe Easter weekend, whatever you're doing. I don't have any specific plans or anything like that. Probably just kick it with Angie, maybe work on some music or something like that, because we have another song, the soul song that I was telling you guys about, that is really close to being done. I think I need to get Angie in here now to let her look at all the mixing I've been doing. As I missed our live premiere a couple days ago, I was so into the mixing. I did some more yesterday too. So anyway, yeah, yeah, they'll probably just work on some music or something like that. And so everyone, yeah, have a safe trip though. So drive safely, drive carefully, watch out for all the crazy people that are on the highways now trying to kill us all. So be safe and be vigilant. Oh, thanks, Peter. $5 for the shoes fund. That puts me in that's getting in the sales tax now. So thank you guys. All right, cool. I will get the shoes. Like I said, I'm not sure exactly when I'll order them, but I suspect I should have them ordered before next Friday's live stream and probably show them to you maybe the week after that. Yeah, we'll figure out a timeline. But thanks so much for your generosity to buy your collages, some brand new, much needed basketball shoes. And thanks, guys. Yeah, they're minimal. That's the whole thing I didn't mention. They're minimal. They're really minimalistic shoes. That's what Zero's known for. So I'm excited to try that because I love running in minimalist running shoes. So minimalist basketball shoes. Wow, who knew it could be done? Anyway, guys, thank you. Much love to y'all. Thanks for being cool and chill and not making stupid videos about me, editing shit out of context so it sounds like I'm a bad person. Thanks for not being that kind of people. You're my kind of people. Thank you. So yeah, I should have a new video next week. There's a slim chance I might not be able to make a new video next week because the air conditioner people will be here at least 2 days. And they're going to be in this room. They're going to be all over. It could disrupt our workflows. So I'm not sure exactly how it's all going to go down. So if you don't see a video next week, you'll know why. I'm just kind of dealing with that, unfortunately. You know, it sucks to live in the same place where we work. You know, it's always a... what's the word I'm looking for? It just disrupts everything that we do here. All right, guys, much love. Thank you so much, guys. I'm gonna go have some dinner with my awesome wife and check out our new music. Will it ever be the same? Low Spirals Downwards on Spotify, Apple, and just check out the YouTube video. Hey, before I go, I'll link you the YouTube video. I'll just put it down in the comments here. Our new music. Well, check it out there. If you don't have Spotify or Apple Music like that, you can always just watch the YouTube video free. Hopefully, they don't insert a dumb ad for you guys. All right, much love. Until next time, remember, it doesn't suck being vegan. All right, bye, guys.